won't harm. Can't take the play, don't you jump in this ball pit. Used to work out hard afraid, but now this.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And this summer, the NBA owners approving the $1.5 billion sale of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Shams.
How about that? An absolute steal. We're never going to see a team sold for $1.5 billion again, NBA. And when you see a team selling like that, it means more investments are coming. The Wolves play in the second oldest arena in the NBA, so I'm told getting a new one built over the next decade is the next order of business for the Timberwolves.
Feels like the right time for an up-and-coming team. They were almost there last season. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
To the inside, Gobert. That shot is off. The Rockets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Thompson. Adams a screen. Count the basket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings, and so for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. And trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you won. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, and think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
So it's Minnesota now after the basket by Houston. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by DiVincenzo. Edwards got 5 points.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Şengün, a screen on DiVincenzo. Randall with a steal. From deep. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Shams.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis, because these games this season gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, so smooth inside. Edwards found the opening and exploited it.
Durant, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Eason's checked in for Houston. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you guys.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Durant, following the score by Minnesota. 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get off a shot. Here's Şengün. Minnesota with a rebound. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
And Houston will go for a different look here. Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. Holiday's checked in for Durant, and it's Shepard in for Thompson. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. Shannon comes in for Anthony Edwards. Now here's Clark. Conley passes to Reid. Capella with a rebound. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Shepard. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
He's such a bruising physical player. Capella is often tough to guard without fouling.
Şengün checked in for Houston. Okogie comes in for Holiday. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Randall is checked in. The Timberwolves have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Şengün, a screen on Conley. Okogie on the wing. Outside Eason, 3-pointer, sinks it from distance. And it's all knotted up.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Here's Randall. And that one's drained from the low block. Randall's gotten his second bucket.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top, up 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
They've got Tari Eason. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Shepard, and it's Crawford in at the 2-guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Here's Reid. Pass to Randall. Back to Reid. Good D by Şengün.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
And man, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Houston, Capella, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Tate is subbed in for Davison. And Houston making a change here. Holiday is checked in. All right, chums, I got to ask you a personal question here. You know, screen time, that pops up on your cell phone. When your phone gives you that usage report, I assume that daily average is in double digits?
BA, I haven't looked. I don't want to look, to be honest. I'm clearly a power user, that's for sure. I think I would be ashamed of the screen time I have. Speaking of which, BA, do we have any outlets here at the desk? Can I charge my phone right now? Oh, wait, it's right here. Never mind. I got it, BA.
The Shams carbon footprint. It's impressive. We got to get our news, though. Here's Reid. And too long on the shot. Rockets trail by 4. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Capella. And the shot goes down. Capella's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
Back to Reid. Randall outside. There's the triple. Rockets with a rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
They expected more of themselves against this team last year. Split the games between them.
Pass to Shepard. Stolen by Conley. Randall outside. Clark left side. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And Reid with a basket on the assist by Clark. Reid's got 6.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star Game, Sean. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that this year.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Smith, he's checked in for Capella. Durant comes in for Holiday. And it's Thompson in for Shepherd.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Finney Smith passes to Thompson. Nice shot by Finney Smith. Finney Smith's got his first points of the night.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Edwards can't hit.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
And we'll go courtside to hear more about what's going on with Alperen Sengun. What's the situation, Allie?
I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Houston. I was told it's a knee sprain. Not great news by any stretch, but luckily it wasn't anything major. He's not returning tonight. Shouldn't be out too long, but we'll see. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you.
And you better believe he's eager to return to action.
And the sense was the back half of this year's draft was a little thinner than normal. Why was that, Sean?
It's because the money is getting bigger and bigger in college basketball. And a lot of those potential late first or second round picks can just simply make more money in college than go to the NBA. So as these new rules start to regulate and the revenues potentially get shared more across the schools, potentially it normalizes a little bit. But these players in college are able to make essentially the NBA minimum, if not higher the NBA minimum, even as second round potential picks.
The range KD possesses makes him a constant threat outside. The defense has to be all over him.
Smith finds Thompson. McDaniels against Durant. Here comes Durant. The shot comes out. McDaniels with some nice D. All right, Chomps, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
Yeah, no one is more locked in on the league. If there's a move happening, Sean. Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Oh my, Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. That'll be the first leg of just a two-game trip for them. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Steven Adams checked in for Eason. Stolen by Thompson. Durant with it. Picked up by Reed. Durant, the pass to Thompson. And it's all from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Inside. The kick out to Edwards. Shoots over Thompson. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Here's Durant. And Gobert with a block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert.
Over the floor for your Rockets.
And here's Shepherd for 3. The shot won't fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota up by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for...
You know, right now for Minnesota, even if they're not the team we thought they'd be, they haven't completely come off the rails. Still plenty of time.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. Thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We're seeing more and more teams playing 5 out now, RJ, with big men who can shoot from 3. Is that where the game's headed?
Those players are still hard to find, but I think more 7-footers will look to develop their long-distance shooting. It's becoming the new norm.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt, and it's Gobert in at the 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Kevin Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Back to you, Ryan.
All right, thank you, Allie. And Gobert with a block.
Yeah, no easy paths to the rim when Gobert is down low. I mean, he just bats it away with ease.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. DiVincenzo's got 9 points. Man, what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Pass to Adams. Now here's Durant. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Smith with the rebound. The Rockets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Thompson. Now Adams. That shot missing. McDaniels with some nice D. Edwards, the pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Launches a 3. Smith with the rebound.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Durant for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Edwards, the pass to Randall. McDaniels from long range. It's hauled in by Houston.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
Lets the 3 fly. Durant, no good.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
And here's Adams. Outside Durant. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Pass to Durant. 3-pointer. Durant with another miss.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got his 3rd assist of the night. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. So for the Rockets, Finney Smith checked in for Adams, and it's Shepard in for Smith. And then for Minnesota, Naz Reid's checked in for Julius Randle. Shannon comes in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Here's Durant. A strong finish from KD inside.
Teams have always tried to be physical with KD in the paint. Tried being the key word.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Edwards, no good.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Durant finds Thompson. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Count it from distance. And now it's just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
Houston has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Thompson passes to Finney-Smith. No good from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And we've seen Edwards grow a lot in the past few years. He has a great understanding of how to put defenders in tough spots.
Houston making some changes. Capella comes in for Durant, and Okogie is subbed in for Amen Thompson.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Capella, screen on Conley. Back to Okogie from behind the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Right side Edwards. Reed passes to Conley. Edwards for 3. The shot no good. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Shepard is out there with Josh Okogie. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Capella, screen on Conley. Here's Shepard. Down low. Here's Capella. It's rebounded by Minnesota. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Okogie, the pass to Finney-Smith. Offensive rebound. Crawford's checked in for Okogie.
First personal foul. First team foul. On to the floor for your Rockets. Number 27. Isaiah.
Here's Shepard. Capella, screen on Conley. And here's Shepard for 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Randall inside. Finney-Smith's there. Eason comes with a double. The kick out to Conley. That's short off the rim. Rockets trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Shepard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. With 1 on the clock. And it's Capella with the jam.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
Randall, right side. Stolen by Capella. Outside Eason. Pass to Capella. Clock at 6. And here's Shepard for 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game. Clark finds Randall. Here's Shannon. Back to Randall. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. Reed for three. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
For Houston, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And Houston will go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Clint Capella. Smith comes in for Finney Smith. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Crawford. And it's Thompson in for Shepard. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Shannon. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Looming large, KD.
They needed points, and KD comes through. Who else did you expect?
Here's McDaniels, outside DiVincenzo. Edwards! Cash from downtown!
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
They push it up 4 on 3. Durant with it. He's picked up by Edwards. The 3 is in!
You expect Durant to finish when he drives, but he fooled the defense by making that pass.
Minnesota leading by 4. All right, let's get an update on Mike Conley. What do you have there, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves let me know the status. It's a bruised shoulder, and while uncomfortable, they'll be glad it's not a more serious injury. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
And he nails it!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the court.
Oh, such a cool customer. You can count on Adams making the right play in pressure situations.
Randall outside. Here's Gobert. Strong finish by Gobert.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Durant. And stolen by Edwards. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Steven Adams. First personal foul. First team foul.
Randall draws the double, and he commits the intentional foul.
Steven Adams. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
Connect!
And what a huge moment right there. Smith connecting on a big-time shot.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now Edwards. Now DiVincenzo. Up top Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. Stolen by Thompson.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. Just don't want them to run out the clock.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Timeout call, Houston. Only 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game.